Hi friends! Today on Asian Food Nerd, the story behind food brands. We just got a special one today. Our founder Rayfil Wong conducted a personal interview with Senpai Kai and learned how he broke the internet. The king of foodie shorts on YouTube has over 700,000 subscribers and over 500 million views in just under 2 years.
Your first name is Kai. Can you explain Senpai? Is that a cultural reference from a movie, or how did you put it together? It's so creative.
It's animations and movies and things like that. So Senpai is just kind of like sensei, but more like an endearing term.
Here are some fun facts about Senpai Kai. His real name is Kai Stowell. He was born on a Navy base in Japan. He has worked for Michelin-starred restaurant Alinea in Chicago. The self-proclaimed nerd loves Call of Duty video games. His favorite anime is Naruto and Slam Dunk. One of his favorite fast foods is Panda Express. He would love to have lunch with Squid Game star HoYelon Jung or Ana De Armas. Who can blame him? But before we start, hit that subscribe button so you will never miss a new video. 3, 2, 1. Big thanks! And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video, where I share some tips on how you can be the next YouTube food star. Chapter 1. Bio. Senpai Kai, like many chefs in the restaurant industry during COVID, had to be proactive to find new opportunities as restaurants closed down left and right. Since he had free time, he jumped on the trending YouTube Shorts train and struck gold. So today, we are going to break down how Senpai Kai has become a king of YouTube Shorts. So let's jump into it. Senpai Kai is 29 years old, who was born in Japan to a white American father and a Japanese mother, and moved to the city of Chicago at 8 years old. As Senpai Kai mentions, he grew up as an American in the countryside and didn't feel the pressure of the traditional Asian household. While you may have expected Senpai Kai to have always been interested in the culinary arts, this is actually not the case. Growing up on biscuits and gravy as well as TV dinners, his love for food surprisingly only surfaced at the age of 17. Chapter 2. Chef Training. Senpai Kai started like most chefs, at the bottom, with his first job being in the deli section of Walmart in high school. It's not a big deal, but he did cook rotisserie chicken under heat lamps and all those delicious sandwiches. This job, as he describes it, taught him time management skills, even though he might not have been the most punctual of employees. While working at Walmart, Kai studied at community college in the culinary program there. As he mentions, this was the best decision he could ever make as he found his passion, and better yet, he left community college with $0 in student debt, unlike the vast majority of American students. Breaking into the restaurant industry was not easy, so he started from the bottom. He got a job at Wildfire as a dishwasher. This job, as you can imagine, is not glamorous. Pretty much backbreaking work, but it is a foot in the door. Additionally, working this type of job gave him much-needed perspective and taught him that even though some jobs may not be the most glamorous, they are sometimes the most meaningful in following your dreams. And he did get as much cornbread and dinner rolls as he wanted. Bonus! While working as a dishwasher, Senpai Kai was offered a job as a prep cook, even though he still didn't have any real cooking experience. Of course, he took it, and even with his busy work schedule, he had a second job as a line cook at a country club that he would do after his shift as a prep cook. And he proved that millennials and Gen Zers have strong work ethic. After working for a few months in these two jobs, Senpai Kai started to feel an itch to elevate his cooking skills and knowledge. So he managed to get a job at a restaurant named Carnival in Chicago, and through some personal connections, he got a chance to work at a reputable steak restaurant named Wildfire in Chicago. Building connections can be important in developing your career, Senpai Kai has credited with his time at Carnival for jump-starting his creative career, due to the exposure to new techniques and ingredients he had never really worked with in the past. Chapter 3. YouTube Fame. Like they say, find opportunity in problems. While COVID caused the total shutdown of most countries throughout the world and hit businesses exceptionally hard, and no business was hit as hard as the restaurant industry. Of course, this wasn't the greatest news for Senpai Kai. With restaurants shut down indefinitely, Senpai Kai used some of that work ethic he had learned from his time grinding in the restaurant industry and started a YouTube channel. It isn't exactly that easy to become YouTube famous, especially in such a short amount of time like how Senpai Kai did. But he found an emerging niche in YouTube that many other content creators had not really explored. This was YouTube Shorts. Senpai Kai had to experiment quite a bit with this new style of YouTube videos, and obviously his experimentation worked out. His most popular shorts, Spicy Nashville Hot Chicken, has 21 million views alone. His channel boasts over 500 million views. Along the way, he hangs out with other foodie YouTubers, such as Lisa Nguyen in Kansas City. Other YouTube Shorts content creators Kai watched is Janelle Eats and Tina Choi from Doobie Doobop. Now, you might ask, how? Well, he didn't do it alone. He had his brother edit his videos, and Kai obsessively studied his YouTube analytics, learning about different patterns to improve his videos. It's not luck, but rather through hard work that Kai succeeds. Finding emerging trends on YouTube is what matters when you are wanting to remain relevant, and even more so if you are trying to pick up steam in this competitive field. But once you have achieved some notoriety, things can become a bit easier. Just look at Senpai Kai, as once he had reached 200K subscribers, a management group reached out to him that helped him monetize with brand deals. The management group also has connections to resources, such as a studio. This substantially allowed him to have a team of cameramen and simply increased production quality. Making money is actually not as easy as you would think. Senpai Kai has over 700K subscribers, and yet only 5% of his revenue is generated from YouTube advertisement. This is because Kai focuses mainly on shorts, and at that time, YouTube did not have a monetization plan. So, the majority of his revenue is generated from brand deals. This is some important information for any aspiring content creators. Don't put all your bets on just one horse. Try to expand your revenue sources while remaining true to your character. Another skill that has led to Senpai Kai's meteoric rise in popularity is his injection of humor in his videos. Most of his viewers probably don't even cook, but they love seeing his knife skills and the joy of cooking which comes off the screen. He has a global audience, and Indian viewers are his top viewers outside of the United States. Kai believes that having stage presence is key in terms of being in front of the camera, and cites examples such as George Foreman promoting his famous grill. Finding inspiration is key to making authentic videos, and Senpai Kai seems to project that in his videos. Even though his main source of content is through shorts, he is able to engage the audience with his vibrant and relatable stories. Thanks for staying to the end. Here are a few tips to share that we learned. Number 1. Grow through outsourcing. Kai is great at being in front of the camera, but he was able to scale by having his brother edit his videos and having a management team to help him monetize, such as getting brand sponsors. You can't do it alone, and you can't grow faster. Management companies might charge 20% of the sponsored deal, but it is worth it. Number 2. Be obsessive about studying YouTube. YouTube is, after all, a search engine, so know what topics are trending. He advises to study the library of top channels and look for which videos went viral. Kai found that fried chicken is always a relatable and popular food dish. 20 million views on his Spicy Nashville Hot Chicken. Number 3. Community comes first. If you jump over to his channel community tab, he engages his fans with simple polling questions. He posted a poll asking if his community likes red or white pizza sauce. 180,000 people engaged, and 88% liked red. An engaged community is a loyal community. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for our next video. Please also leave in the comments section which food brands you would like us to cover next. Asian Food Nerd, the story behind food brands.